Hey y'all. Hello, how are you doing? I'm back. I had to hurry up and do my workout, then get myself together, then eat something. And Lord, we're gonna pray because I just had like 30 ounces of water. So we're gonna pray that I don't have to get up and use the bathroom while we're here. But if so, it is what it is. Oh, and I don't have my deck in this bag. Let me go get my deck from upstairs. Cause yeah, I need that truthful deck. I'm gonna be right back. All right, I am back. I am so sorry. I have to go get my deck. Then Mr. Hoodoo wanted something. We back. We here. We just waiting on a lovely Nyla to come join us. All right. So yeah. Lilith says she has a specific deck. Yeah, I'm using my Tarot Apocalypses deck because this deck don't care about your feelings. Okay, my other decks are kind of more like fluffy and all like that. This deck don't care about your feelings. So hold on one second. Okay, I'm here. And Nyla's here. Nyla's joining us. Let me add Nyla to the stream. Hey, darling.
Hey,
You are here. We're here together.
hey, what's going on, chat?
Let's see. Make sure my volume is up so I can hear.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I just heard myself. I might
Okay,
be.
let me make sure I'm not.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
I
fine.
don't have
I don't
my
hear it.
YouTube.
I don't hear it anymore.
Okay, yeah, I don't have my YouTube up. So we're good. And of course, one of my friends is giving me the tea on something right now, but I can't talk to her right now because I'm here with y'all. I'll maybe get the tea from her later about
Right.
something. Child. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
What's up? Let me start my cam. So I'm here. Yeah, I got my deck right here. Let me see. Got my plant sitting on the table so she can get some sunshine. Let me make sure I'm. Do I have to turn on the light? Make it a little better. Y'all like the light off, or y'all like the light on?
Do it again.
Okay, let me see. Light off, light on. It's not sunny here today, so I normally sit by the window in the dining room, but as you
Either way,
can,
it's fine. It looks a little bit brighter like that.
okay, yeah, well then let's have it a little bit. Let's have it a little bit brighter. Let me take my rings off. Let me get myself my reading oil because yes, I put all of my tarot stuff in this lovely Coach bag I used to carry. Where is my divination oil? Okay, here it is.
I'll be
And it's
right back. Wait for
uh-huh.
3 seconds. Okay.
Thank you all for being here with us because we gonna get into this. And if it happens to be a drill, then so be it. But I mean, obviously, I'm in the mood to drill because the live earlier, I just had to. So y'all know I'm good. Yeah, okay. I got my spiritual oil, my divination oil, a little bit on my temples, on my forehead, on my hands. Let me see. Let me look in the chat and see who's here. Let me look in the chat and see who's here. Let me make this screen a little bit brighter because I can't see anything. Okay, let's see. Starting from the beginning. Hey, humble hummingbird. Hey, sleepy bee. Donna. Lilith, that's my boo. Hey, Stormy. Isis. Starry eyed. You know, let me put my banner up real quick. Because I did not put any banner up. Sleepy bee says she was in the clouds for the earlier live. That was great to hear. My darling tequila. Layla said, I wasn't planning to get massacred by the truth today, but here I am. I mean, you know, the truth has to be told, and the truth doesn't care who tells it, right? Journey with Karen. Hello, my darling. Hello, hello, Lala C. T-Town. Listen, we going to get into it because I don't know if y'all saw like the thumbnail that I created for this, but there's, I don't know what's going on, but we're about to get into it, right? Hey, El Boogie, darling. You like I don't know what's wrong. Um, Let me add this banner. Okay, I'm just gonna add that banner. I just literally clicked one. Let me go back to the comments. And hopefully, I think all the people cutting the grass are done today. And yeah, so and like I said, hopefully I won't have to. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna run real quick because, of course, like I said, I just drank 30 ounces of water because I was working out.
That was my problem.
Okay, yes, I'll be right back. I have to. I'm so glad to have bathroom right here. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. Don't laugh.
Oh no, honey, I understand. So, you guys, I'm excited for this reading because I have been wondering. I feel like it's things are like getting backwards with this conversation. You know what I mean? It's like taking 2 steps forward and then 15 steps backwards. It's just weird. But what I've noticed, well, I'm gonna wait for her to read, or maybe I'll ask some questions or whatever, because I've been noticing some weird stuff. I feel like all of the conversations aren't necessarily about um awareness and the intended conversations that we were having before. I just don't see that that's where we're headed anymore, to be honest. I don't. Oh my God, Donna, it's so crazy. She said, I'm so done. Today is my time of the month. Look, I hope this is not TMI, but look, I'm starting to feel like the woman with the issue of blood. Okay, I am too old to keep having these cycles, but I feel like I'm at the end of having them. So now I have them more often than normal. It's like I'm ovulating twice a month or something. I don't know. It's weird, y'all. And like, yeah, I absolutely do not need a reproductive system. I don't need it. I don't know why I have it. Um, yeah, it's so unnecessary at this point in my life.
Oh, girl, I don't need that either.
Girl, it's like now it's like almost like every 2 weeks. I'm about to, I'm so old. I don't need to, but
Girl,
I feel like I need to go on birth control.
oh my goodness.
Seriously, I'm considering taking the no hormonal, like the real low dose birth control.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
just because this is, girl, this is ridiculous, and the cramps and stuff. Like, I am somebody's grandmother. I am multiple people's grandmother. I have
yeah,
no reason to be going through this.
right. I hear you. I'm just like, I honestly thought as a young girl that by the time I got to like childbearing age that they were going to be able to figure a way out to take the uterus out and sit it on the shelf, and then when you were ready to have children, put it back in. Like I just knew we were going to be at that point because I don't need the pain and everything else just to tell me I'm not pregnant. Like
Right,
it's too
exactly,
much. It's too
exactly.
much. It's too much. Yeah. Right. And I keep telling Nyla she is not old.
I mean,
Okay.
okay, I'll say I'm middle aged. I'm middle
I
aged.
think that's fine. But they like to tell us that, we hit the wall as soon as we turn 11. So, yeah, we just gonna dismantle and disregard all of the rules.
No damn wall now. They can get out of here with that wall shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We have not hit the wall. Meanwhile, they be out here balling at 25. Like, sir,
These people
sir.
be born on the wall.
Girl, yeah. They were born under it. Like
Right.
born under it. But yeah, y'all. So we gonna get into it. Like I said, I got my deck. Hopefully I'm be good for at least 30 minutes before this is what happens when you drink water. Okay, y'all. So I'm just gonna get into it. Let me move this back some so I can have space for these cards. Bye bye. I'm just gonna start seeing, and because like some of this is I don't know, it's strange, and why people like to support and fight, literally will fight you over people who are proven to harm you and don't want you. Meanwhile, you out there fighting for them and they standing back there watching. They're not even. So we don't see. We don't see. Let me pull this up a little bit. And of course, I'm wearing one of my favorite girl boo shirts. All right, now mods, don't let nobody come up in here acting crazy, talking about tarot is evil.
Yeah.
I'm off with their head. So
Slander will be tolerated.
no, 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 it won't, because I didn't ask for such a gift to be placed upon me. So I ain't asked for it. Let me see. See, Lord, I'm not scared, but
No tarot slander.
no, no tarot slander. Let me see. So, like, why, why? Okay, so I'm just looking at this. Okay, so I have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands, Prince of Wands here in reverse. I have the Two of Cups, I have the Six of Cups, I have the Six of Pentacles. These sixes are interesting right here. Okay, so ladies, this ain't gonna get you no family. It's not. It's not. It's not gonna get you a family. Doing all this ain't gonna get you no family, and it's not gonna get you no money either, because y'all, and I'm saying y'all loosely, it's not gonna get you no family. It's not going to get you any money. It's funny how I'm saying Cups and Pentacles here. Now, I think some have just turned away from penis, but at the same time, I'm still seeing the male worship here. I'm seeing the male worship here. And I don't know if you all remember um the other day when we were reading on Miss Jackson, how this card kept coming up. The maleness, the male worship kept coming up. So I'm gonna read it the same way here. Um, I think that the lure of, I don't want to say pick meism, but the lure of love, family, and money. And I don't know how that translates into it, but it's almost like, and these are things on the feminine side of energetics, right? Because when we're looking at the tarot, cups and pentacles energetically more aligned with feminine energies, but at the same time, the energetics, just looking at these cards at the same time, these aren't the things that are going to get you the success that you think it's going to be, right? It's just not. And so many of, yeah, so like this family card here, I'm gonna try to make sure people can see this family here, right? And it's funny because looking at this right here, this Six of Pentacles, in this particular version, there's the giving and the taking away. We don't really know what's going on here. This
Mhm.
person could be pulling the grains, the rice from the bowl. They could be pouring it in. We don't know which way this is going to flip, but I think there's the hope that in doing this, you're going to be blessed in some way. And I don't see anything that's saying like super success in doing this, like the mammy. There's no success in it. We already know that a lot of them mammy because they want this quote unquote partnership, right? It's not working. They're thinking they're gonna get this family, and they're hoping to be poured into, right? They're hoping to be poured into. But again, looking at this man right here, he's not presenting you nothing. He's not presenting you with anything. And that's because you're giving out. You're not in your state to receive because you're out here in your male energetics fighting for them, fighting for other
Saying
people. Yeah, okay. And like I said, I think it's interesting that there are some women who are like, okay, they're fine with not getting the penis, but at the same time, they're thinking they're thinking that all of this giving is going to bring this person or whatever it is they hope. It's almost like if they feel as if this is the type of work that they have to do to get the joys in life, right? When we see so many people trying to do things, hoping that it's going to make them better and their life better, but that's not really the case, if that makes sense, right? Kind of like in that movie Constantine, where he was just trying to do all this removal of evil in hope way into the into heaven. That's not necessarily how that works. That's not necessarily the receiving that you're going to get from it. Not necessarily the receiving that you're going to get from it. And again, in rejecting the penis for some, because there are still some who out there, I think they're also feeling that, well, maybe their actions are going to stop the actions of those who want to harm them. And that's not gonna work either. That's not gonna work either. And this is just preliminary. We're gonna get more into it. So too long didn't read. Thinking and hoping that what you're doing fighting for people who harm you, fighting for people, protecting people who don't want you, thinking that's going to some way bless you and bless your life. And that's not energetically, that's not what's gonna happen. So yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Nyla?
Um, I mean, I think this is definitely what we've been seeing. Because like with the especially like with the cups card, where
Mhm.
they're looking for something to be filled up, and one of them I think you said you didn't know if they were trying to be poured into or pour something into. I just felt
Mhm.
in that moment that it kind of represented where you know how like they're doing all of this mamming, they're doing
Mhm.
all of this showcasing or putting out. I was just talking to someone about this earlier today. Do you feel like you see Black women, and I actually might talk about this when we're done. I feel like
Mhm.
Black women are putting out a resume of sorts everywhere
Yes.
over social media to attract people to them or qualify them. Kind of like you see all these videos. Oh, I'm natural. Oh, I'm a boss. Oh, I know how to cook. Oh, I cook. I keep a good clean house. I'm this. I'm that. I don't wear
Mhm.
makeup. I'm educated. I'm traditional. You know what I mean? I don't see any other group of women that are out there doing so much work for some sort of validation from men. And I don't even know if they're going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely agree, and I think that's where I was going when I was mentioning the
Hmm.
movie Constantine. And I don't
Yeah.
know who all has seen the movie Constantine, but it's Keanu Reeves pretty much um, sending all of these demons back to hell in hopes that he can buy his way into heaven, because he unalived himself, right? So doing all this work, hoping that he's going to buy himself a way into heaven. And so that's why I referenced that movie, because it's just like you said, Nyla, with the I do this, I do that. I do. I mean, I've even seen videos and stuff so much as
I'm
um,
this, you
they don't
know.
like you because your poom poom stink. Like it's just like really like, is this what we're doing?
Hmm. And
Yeah, it'll be said like an auction. Yeah, it's
about it
crazy.
is, the thing is also with that whole situation, I don't even think that I know they're doing it for the men too, but I also feel like it's mostly to other women. I
Yeah,
really feel like women are to each other. Like we're taught to be so competitive. And if you really think about it, it's really sad because the common everyday Black woman is under the same level of scrutiny as a celebrity, as a model. You know what I mean? Like we know that all groups of women, they pick women apart and, you know, say, you know, you're not feminine enough, you're too fat, you're too skinny, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But not a culture surrounding that. And typically the women of other races that get picked apart, they're celebrities, they're models. Our common everyday, I'm just going to Target to buy a bottle of bleach
Right.
woman is scrutinized like so heavily. It's weird.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. And that's why I'm just like, and I don't know if it's just patriarchy or whatever, whatever, but I just need for women just overall to understand and wake up that overall as a group we've been bamboozled to think that we have to compete,
Hmm.
right? But it's especially bad when um when it comes to us. So yeah, let's look into that. And I'm gonna ask a specific question with regards to let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to think how can I phrase this.
Can I tell you what I got?
Go ahead, girl. Yeah.
Just
Let's get
thinking
into it.
about
I'm
this.
here.
I wasn't. It's just. I just. So okay, I got four really quickly that just popped out. Right.
Hmm.
Um, I got. Let me. I don't know if y'all could see them. So can you see that?
Vaguely. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
bring it in. So okay, yeah.
In reverse.
Okay.
Um, and for me, that is representing some sort of misstep in judgment.
Hmm.
Um, bad judgment, lack of concern, lack of care, and all this kind of stuff. And then the next card is the official person,
Mhm.
right? And we know who the official person is, and we know what it's represented by. And then I got imprisonment in
Mm.
reverse, right? We got
Mm.
imprisonment. Okay, so they're looking, I think, for some sort of validation to be locked into something, but I don't think that they're going to get it. And so it's causing
Mhm.
this despair.
Mhm. I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just feel like women are in a cycle that is unhealthy. They're not using proper judgment. They're looking for validation for themselves. They're looking for um, someone to validate them when they really need to be validating themselves.
Yes.
Or um, not only that, they're just willing to compromise too much to the point where they're putting themselves under bondage and causing their own depression, causing their own, you know what I mean? It's just,
Mhm.
it's what is wrong with us?
Right. Yeah, no, I fully agree. And I think that when you said looking for something that fulfillment, I think that kind of goes back to that Six of Pentacles card that I was showing, as in we don't know if that was taking away, if that person was putting the rice into the bowl, letting it slide through their fingers,
Yeah.
or taking away, right? Pulling from. And it's
Mhm.
this weird dynamic. And the hope for those who are mamming and whatnot is hoping to be filled. But in
Yeah.
many cases, it's energetically pulling. It's
Ex-
energetically pulling.
Exactly.
It's energetically pulling. Now, what I want to know, and I'm going to ask it, is why, Spirit, why are there so many Black women taking up for the men that want to replace them, for transgender men, transgender women who want to replace them?
Or
And I've asked it, it's out there because, as we can see, there are many who harm, is not all. Let me just say that it's not all. But we see the uprisings from many white women on Twitter. And just like you say, Nyla, when you go and you look through those tweets, when I look through them, there aren't that many Black women who are rising up. So let's look at that. Let's see. So let's, because I need to try to understand it. And no one is asking for harm of people, but I just need to understand why. And we're gonna see. We're just gonna see. Okay. Give me a second just to look at this. Mm, hmm. Okay, so let me go over what I have here. And we're just looking at this. I'm trying to make sure people can see. Okay, so this right here, this Four of Wands is telling me that for many, they're taking up this fight because stability and not rocking the boat, calm seas are something that we as humans want. And this is a way to hopefully, it's kind of like if no one messes with anyone, or if we can stop, it's almost like when you see teachers like breaking up the fight, and we don't know why the fight is happening, but the teachers come in and break up the fight, but then the teacher gets hit too, right? The teacher wants that stability, whether or not they like the students or, they want that stability. They want that peace. They want that stability, right? I'm really focusing on the word stability, right? But sometimes a lot of them get caught up in it. And that's one of the things that I'm seeing here. And I think that's the focus for many. Now, the problem is that you see this man right here, this fool. These women are on a journey. It's not gonna end up well. It's not gonna end up well. Notice this fool. You see what he twittering on? He's twirling. This is a whirling dervish, right? All it takes is one misstep, one false step, and then you're gonna be in the land of defending yourself forever. But unfortunately, this is already here. This is already here. And coming from that, wanting that stability, unfortunately, the path has already been set. And now you got some of them, including the rest of us. Now the rest of us are out here like, wait a minute, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Now, and it also comes from a place of, I don't want to say choosing wrong, but there are so many different things that we can fight for. But each one of these things has a pro and a con. Now, normally when you're looking at this Seven of Cups, when you see the Seven of Cups, it's all these choices, right? All these choices, and you see cup here, here, all these choices, right? And normally when you're looking at like the RWS version of the card, you'll see like, it could be like a snake, it could be like a house, it could be like a whatever, whatever, whatever. Those are representations of planetary energetics like Saturn, like Sun, like Venus. The choices that you make energetically, especially when you're doing something, they are bound to the energetics of that choice. And I know it just sounds like I just made that up, but for example, when you are choosing, let's say, a relationship, you're kind of tied to what all can come out of that pregnancy, a marriage, someone cheating on you, right? The energetics of that realm, right? So, choosing, we all here choose your battles. This is a battle that many have chosen because they think it's going to bring this peace, this stability. Once again, and also hoping that I think a lot of people now are also jumping on this, especially Black women, because we see how many companies have jumped on the quote unquote bandwagon of let's protect, such and such because there's money in it. So I find that interesting. But when we say choose wisely is a real thing. Choose your battles really, really is a real thing because just because you chose something and put your energetics behind it, don't mean that you bet on the winning horse. Because again, now there are so many of us out here like, what the fuck are you doing? Now the rest of us are out here like, this is the shit that y'all chose, but we have to clean it up. We clean it up. But yeah, a lot are doing this thinking that they're going to bring stability to things. And I want you all to notice something. If you are looking at these cards, that's a woman, and this is a woman bowing down to a man in hopes of keeping peace. So we're just gonna leave that right there. We're gonna clean up right there. Nyla?
Girl, you are yeah, you definitely tapped in. And I guess I'm following you somewhere, or source is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I asked the same question, same exact question. And I started meditating on it as you were asking, right? First card that came out. Can you see this? It's
Mhm.
let's see, it's disappearing because of my green screen. I'm gonna have to take it off. Um, Mature man in
Mhm.
reverse. Next card that comes out, house,
Mhm.
right? Lovers,
Mhm. Mm. Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Concern, pathway in reverse. Okay, what I got from this is the women are not acting in their feminine, obviously, right? If
Mm.
you're going over to support your the literal disenfranchisement of other women, right? You're out of your feminine, right? They are seeking cooperation. They're seeking relationship. They're seeking validation again. Back to your earlier reading and back to what you're talking about now. And they are in fear of falling out of favor with any man, right? Um,
Mhm.
Afraid, and to the point where they are fear being going at it alone.
Mhm.
They don't want to be alone. They don't know that they can move on and they can move without men, without seeking validation, without anyone else's approval. They want male validation no matter what the cost is, even if it's going to lead to their detriment, even if it leads to them being in the wrong place at the wrong time. No matter what path they're going, they're following. They're going to follow men. It's literal patriarchy.
Yeah.
They're still going to follow these men.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I like how the house there is coming up. I was talking about the stability here with the Four of Wands. And a lot of times we're looking at fours as the stability because when you have a table, it's, for the most part, it's four legs. A house,
Mm-hmm.
a room is four. Your car is four. Like four is stable because why? It's two on each side. It's stability, right? And that's part of the numerology of
Mm-hmm.
it. So stability by actions. But again, like I said, it's so funny. Notice these women bowing down to this man in this card, which is why I picked this deck for this reading because there's so much
Again, following.
following. There's so much detail here.
Wow.
And again, like I said, this path. Look at what he's standing on. This man isn't on the path. You doing all this? This path isn't stable. See what he's standing on.
Right.
Oblivion. The path that you choose can lead you some of anywhere, including to oblivion. One false step, and that's all it takes. One false step. Not looking at what you're doing, not paying attention to it, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and again, like I said, the rest of us out here cleaning it up. And here's something else I want to pay attention to with this car. Notice she is, she's out here defending. Um, and she's out here defending. And I'm gonna make another point after I make this one. She's out here defending. She don't even have time for the child. Look at the child down here.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time because she's dealing with all this foolery. She can't even be who she is in her divine feminine, or we can't because now we out here taking up arms because of some other crap. And let
Mm-hmm.
me just say this. This is the Nine of Wands, right? The next card in this suit is the Ten of Wands. And that's when the burden is just too
Yeah.
much. You can't even deal with it anymore. You are broken down by all this fighting and defending and foolery that goes on. You are broken down by that.
Yeah.
So I think that we need to take a look right now at what others
You-
are doing because we're cleaning things up and understand, ladies, we got to get it together. Or the end is really going to be some, I hate to say it, and hopefully we can fight against that and work that. Some of these things, like Nyla talks about in her in her some of her live streams, blessed be the fruit, all this other foolery and stuff going on. You know, we really need to be careful at what it is that we're doing. We really need to be careful and choose the correct battles, the correct things to focus on. So yeah, yeah. You have anything else to add to that, Mary?
Um, looking at the girl child at her feet. If you could pull that card back up,
Yeah,
that girl
absolutely.
is at her feet, trying to get her attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think, honestly, um, some of the younger women that get it, and they, she's trying to grab her attention. You can tell, like, she's not comfortable with the direction, that the matriarch is going, and she's
Mm-hmm.
pulling at her. Look at me, pay attention. That may not be the right decision. You
Mm-hmm.
know, man, women got to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Women got to wake up.
And it's not even so much, it's not a thing. And I think one of the big issues is, and I'm probably gonna ask that question in a minute. When we say wake up, it doesn't mean that we hate men, right? Because they are our natural counterpart. But there is a difference between someone being your natural counterpart and the natural balance, way of things versus pygmy mammying, and just letting people um disrespect you and roll all over you. There's a difference in that. And I think that's why so many of them, and even some of the, dare I say the D word, but I'm gonna say even why some of the divestors, like we've seen these energetics change, and it's become different from empowerment. Now it's become divesting, doing the same thing in another with another group, and it's also become, well, if you like men overall, then you're just, it's become that. No, we don't hate men. We don't hate men. We're just saying, do better, do better.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Let's see. Let me see. What was my question? Okay, let me see. I'm trying to think. What is the next another question that I have? Mm. And if you all have any questions, like we're getting into it, slowly start to put them in the chat, because as the chat moves, it's hard to try and rewind things. Yeah, even this right here, right?
Yeah. I even feel like the Black woman in luxury, I think it has an aspect to it where it is about male worship and presenting yourself a certain way to men. But I also believe it's a lot of this is women against women.
Hmm.
I feel like this is women trying to put themselves above other women. Because honestly, I don't feel like most women like other women right now.
Right.
Like, I don't feel um, love coming from women. I don't feel like there's a reciprocity of love from woman to woman anymore.
Hmm.
And I do think it's because a lot of the women have started to identify with a lot of male characteristics. Like, a lot of what we've seen men do, women are trying to counter men's moves by becoming them. And what
Hmm.
they don't understand is once you start to take on their characteristics and their energy, you become them. And so I
Hmm.
think that as men stop loving women and women start to make their movements to counter men, you
Hmm.
are becoming the same way. You're starting to have the same level of disdain for women that the men do. I believe that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to ask a question. so we can kind of both pull on it. So earlier today, I kind of went full on rant earlier today, but I mean, things just had to be said, right? And I kind of briefly talked about a client in the past, and I truly, truly do wish her well, and hopefully she and her children are okay. A client in the past who her brother was telling her he was praying for her downfall, um, praying for her children to be taken away by CPS, um,
Mm,
just all these different things. And when I spoke with her and just had a real, like, it wasn't even part of the reading, it was just part of the me as a woman to another woman, like, you have to get away from him. You have to cut him out of your life because he's the source of your problems. She just couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it. Coming back again to the theme of this, why are there so many of us who refuse to let go of people who harm us? I mean, he told her point blank that's what he does. So I'm trying to think, how can I ask the question in a different way?
You know
Uh,
what that reminds me of when you said that? Do you
mhm.
remember the mom who the girlfriend came to her and told her that her son had was beating and essaying her, and the mother, or he got caught up in it legally or something like that, and so the mom believed her son and supported her son and was like, that, I come against this demonic assignment over my son. The devil's not going to win. No empathy for the girl and all this kind of stuff, right? And then the son turns around and SAs her and beats her.
Oh my goodness.
So I feel like that whole, like, backfire thing.
Mm,
I feel like the reason why women not the reason why, but I just feel like so many women are going to get their karma from supporting an evil force or not recognizing it just because it looks like you. You know what I mean? They're not viewing it from a very pragmatic lens. If you have cancer, you want the cancer off. You cut it out, discard it. It was in your body, it developed there, but it doesn't belong there. You don't want it, so you get rid of it. You don't nurture cancer. You don't cultivate, you don't make it a part of your environment. If it's something that's harmful, you cut it off. If you get gangrene, whatever affected area, if it's too affected, you have to cut it off, or you risk infecting your whole body in other areas.
mm,
So it's just that we are going to have to literally remove um, feelings in a lot of ways. You're going to have to act off of not impulse, but off of instinct and off of what makes sense, you know?
I fully agree. I fully agree. And let me ask that question and see, because I truly want to see, spirit, why do some women not like other women? And it's so funny that you brought that up. I was talking to Mr. Hoodoo, I think maybe about a month ago. We were laying in bed and we were watching something. No, he wasn't watching something. I was on Reddit looking at, it was some place where I forgot what it was. These people in this state voted no against something. It was like the legislature or something. They have voted no against something that would help and protect women. But the title of the article was just like, Republicans vote such and such, such and such. And this is why you have to read. You have to truly read articles, and you can't just go by the title of the article. A lot of times they're misleading and clickbait. But when I read into it, it wasn't that it was Republicans. It was women voting alongside the men against things that could help other women. And I was just like, this is sickening. And Mr. Hoodoo said, a lot of the times it's y'all. He said it. He said a lot of the times it's women going right along with it and helping to take each other down. And I was like, you know what, you're right. This wasn't
Mhm.
even a male thing. This wasn't even a Republican thing. It was what, like, how do you know what I mean? So let's see. I've shuffled. Why do some women just like other women? Because, and it was really, really sad to see when I saw that. Um, it was really, really sad to see. So, ooh, okay. Okay, let me see. Give me a second to just look at this. Let me try and pull things over so you all can see. I keep forgetting. Let me turn my laptop this way a little bit. Okay, because I need to be able to see. Okay, I want you all to see. Okay. Hmm. And y'all just saw me.
Ooh.
Y'all just saw me flip these cards over. I think the first thing that's really concerning, once again, women doing this, and I keep putting my hand over my face because I'm just like, why sometimes I'm muffled when I'm speaking because I'm literally doing like the oh my god emoji. Like, really doing this because this is what they want. This is what they think they're getting. This is what they think they're getting. Now, looking at these cards, I think, baby, I don't know who told you that sacrificing yourself was the way forward. It's not. It's not. I mean, El Boogie, like, honestly, I don't think that El Boogie. El Boogie says, and I respect your point of view, El Boogie, but I don't I don't think that's natural. I don't think that's natural. And here's why I don't think it's natural because there are some things in the animal world, right? Like when you see like let's say it's a cat mom, she's a cat, she's had kittens, and then like there's a puppy that lost its mom. The puppy, the mother cat will allow the puppy, the little newborn puppy, just like her newborn kittens, will come over and nurse with her. Or, you see like all these different friendships and things like that. The only time you really see a lot of the infighting amongst species is usually the males, right? Competing for, who gets to mate, this is my territory, things like that. I mean, you kind of see it sometimes with like meerkats. And I know this is kind of getting off topic, but I'm making a point. Like meerkats are like a woman, a female led type of species, and they will out other female meerkats, who try to take over or try to mate or things like that. But that's very, very rare. In nature, we see a lot of nurturing coming from women, the females, even interspecies, right? We see it a lot, right? So that's why to me it's not natural as far as women goes. So that's my explanation of why I don't believe that it's natural, El Boogie. Um, you usually see that coming from the men. But these two were together, right? So we have the emperor here. And I don't really like this guy because he just does some of anything to get what he wants, right? And then we have this right here. I think that for a while we have been tricked into following this lead and sacrificing ourselves, right? And we see it in so many different ways, right? Um, giving of yourself, or such and such who signs off for a car for such and such, or and sacrificing yourself for this ain't the way to go, right? And then there's the refusing, refusing to see the jerk, the detriment that comes with that, right? The detriment that comes with that. And I'm trying to figure out how I can explain the energetics as best as I can. It's like refusing to see that this person can and will turn against you, right? You turn your back on other women, refusing to see that this person can and will turn against you. And again, when we're looking at this type of nature right here, it's the type of nature that's going to do anything, right? It's not necessarily soothing, but once again, doing it for this, doing it for this, sacrificing yourself. But here's the thing about it, you don't have to do this. And when I say you don't have to do this, I say that your feet are just about on the ground. Your hands are not bound. You're not like tied to a chair where you can't get out of it. You don't have to do this. I mean, there's really nothing too much keeping you from walking away. This is you doing it because you think there's some benefit to it. And the benefit that you think you're going to get is this. But you don't have to do this. Look at this. This isn't a person in fear. This isn't a person, crying. This person is truly full, whole, and present and understanding what they're doing. But they don't have to. It's literally a choice that they're making. So, what are your thoughts, Nyla?
I'm right. I'm right here with you. Look, I asked the same question, of course. First card came out was judication in reverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like these women are under counsel that is backwards. That is meaning they're listening to other women. They're listening to bad advice, be it even coming from within or whatever. Exactly, right? They're listening to something that they have no business looking for. It's literally retrograded thinking, right? Why are they doing it? The sudden wealth card. They believe that there's a benefit in it. They believe that they can benefit from the maltreatment of other women. They're using other women to come up and to step over each other, thinking that they're going to, get some sort of prize or some sort of weird validation, the Naker snacks or whatever. Unexpected income was right next to that. So we write on it. It's all about validation and gaining something. They're doing this to gain, to win, right? So what's the next card that comes after that? Distance horizons, right? I don't know if you guys can see it good, but it's the ship that's in the air and there's an anchor pulling it back, right? So for me, energetically, this is representing all that they want, where they want to go, their hopes and dreams positively, right? But that anchor is there. You're not going anywhere. You're only going to be able to get so far with that mentality, with that, I'm going to step over other people. I'm going to use other people and all that kind of stuff, right? So then what happens next? The thief card is right next to it though. Okay. The thief card to the left of it is very significant. I mean, the distant horizon card being really close to it. What does that mean? Okay. That everything that you meant to steal from that other woman to gain for yourself, you stole it from yourself. It's also taken away from yourself.
Yeah.
You know what, Taz?
Shout out to Taz. Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. And I kind of want to focus back in on this here because through these few questions, we've continued to see, the presentation of children, the presentation of potential partnership, the presentation of potential family as a gift, as a reward, as a gain for doing this. But,
Mhm.
and again, seeing that we don't necessarily have to do that. They don't necessarily have to do that, right? Because again, like I said, this person right here is not, can walk away at any time. They're not
Mhm.
engulfed in the flames. They're not bound where they can't see anything. This person can literally probably wiggle just a little bit and get out of that, right?
Mhm.
And like I said, I don't it's it's so crazy to me, but they're not understanding that, and it's so funny. This is the ugly side of it. And it's so funny because it's the ugly side of it from two different dynamics. I want you all to understand this. This is the emotional side. This is the action side. We literally have the polar opposites here. We have the emotion, we have the action, we have the fire, and we have the water here. The
Yeah.
don't trust this, right? Being emotionally played, don't trust this. Being talked into, being led into doing these things, but again, it's for other people's benefit. So, like I said, I want you all to notice like the dynamics that are here. Um,
Mhm.
as well. And especially, I think a lot of times the problem comes with being energetically entwined with this person.
Yeah.
Does this really look like someone you want to? I
No.
mean, this right here, just give them a bang, and that's exactly what it is.
The
Give them a bang and some clip ins, and that's what this is, right? Um,
yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
And by the way, the that's that those cards that I pulled that spread on the bottom of the deck because sometimes I am led to look at that. It was the lovers in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're it's crazy how we're pulling the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I don't view myself as a reader per se, um,
Girl,
but no, recognizing that
yeah,
asking the same questions and getting the same answers is confirmation for me.
yeah, yeah. I just, like I said, this whole thinking that you have to sacrifice and lay yourself down on the altar of you don't have to do this. You
Right.
don't have to do this because I want you all to understand and make no mistake about it. When we've looked at these cards, we have seen none of y'all can show me the card in which the men have bowed down to the women.
Nope.
In none of these that we've looked at.
There is no honor there.
See you later, Kevin. Thank you for being here, Kevin. Yeah, we haven't seen that at all. At all. We have seen it the other way around in a lot of these cards, in
Hmm.
a lot of them. So I think that also says something, which is really great, which is why I really, like I said, I wanted to use this deck because this deck don't play no games. But yeah, and I think that another thing before we move on is that looking at this card, right?
Hmm.
This is a woman. You can see the curves, right? This is a woman, but she has her back turned and she has literally stripped herself. She's literally stripped herself of her clothing. What is clothing? We wear clothing as, yes, as garments, but clothing is really protection to protect the biggest organ in our body, which is the skin.
Hmm.
This is no protection. This is no protection. Being energetically stripping yourself energetically for this foolery. And the thing about it is that everyone sees it except for us. This is why we have the pink patriarchy, the X, Y's, and dresses, and all these other things, because we're literally stripping ourselves energetically for
Yeah.
food. Yeah, absolutely, Lily. Absolutely, Lily. Any thoughts on that, Nyla? And once again, Nyla, I told you, you have the gift. You're a reader too. You just don't have a website.
I am a student, is what I am.
Me too. Always learning something.
Hmm.
And y'all, like, I don't know if y'all just saw me like doing this. Like, this is the energetics of this. This is making me like cover myself and like I'm sitting here. I don't sit like this. Like,
Hmm.
this is the energetics of this. So let me unfold. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with it. Yeah, I guess I could be self-soothing. Yeah, I could, because I'm just like, this is insane. This is insane. Do you have any straight up questions, Nyla? So that
I'm
we
trying. I was thinking about that because I was just basically just following your lead.
yeah, of course.
Um,
We do this together.
I kind of want to ask Spirit, what is the end game right now?
Mm,
What collect? Which I guess you can't ask a collective end game, but collectively what we desire for the end game. But what is the end game based on the trajectory that we are headed collectively right
mm.
now?
I think that's a really good question. Yeah. And then after we finish this, we have a really great follow-up question by Reese that I think that we should, that we should kind of take a look at. Because current projections, I mean, right now it's a little weird, but let's look at this first. Oh, Lilith, girl, I love you. Shout out to Lilith. And y'all, I don't use any spreads or anything like that. I know some people are spreads. I don't use any spreads. I literally just look at a lot of different things. Oh, current trajectory. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 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 Girl, la la. Okay. Girl, la la.
Wow.
Okay, so I just want y'all to notice the different energetics that keeps coming back up, right? We already saw this one. Remember we were talking about, or we saw one similar to this, talking about the stability.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I know you were talking, Nyla, like, hopeful, saying that some see it as, hopeful gain of some sort. Y'all gonna mess around. Y'all stability, livelihood, that's it's gonna be gone. It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. But especially the stability that you were hoping to fight for, or that some of these women were hoping to fight for. Mm-mm. 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 On top of that, child, and we see a lot of this already, right? Notice this woman in silver, right? She pregnant standing over here like this.
Mm.
She pregnant over here standing like this while these other people are leaving. They leaving. She not in the boat with them. She not. They're probably moving forward, moving away, advancing themselves. And where she is, she right there. Might as well kiss this goodbye. Okay. We just saw this one, right? The Ten of Cups. Might as well kiss this one goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss this, but so we already more and more out here destitute, more and more left, um, not being supported in their feminine energy, especially while being pregnant. So more and more of that, right? Being left behind, baby. And that family life you wanted, nope, that's gone. Stability gone. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's going to be, I think, it keep going on without changing its trajectory. It's going to bring more and more. I don't want to say mental instability, but it's going to be felt. It's going to be felt more. I think right now people aren't mentally taking note of things. But look, these people over here playing chess and mentally you over here playing with popsicle sticks. This if this don't stop, this is not going to go this isn't going to go good. And I
Mm-mm.
think it has the potential to bring things to a head to where thought processes change on a larger scale towards things we may not want. But I'm going to have just a little bit of hope right here because, and I'm going to take this down real quick, Reese. I'm coming back to it. But I'm going to have just a little bit of hope right here because this is the Queen of Swords. And although this Queen of Swords is reversed, there are a lot of women who are intelligent, who understand what's going on. And make no mistake about it, this woman right here is dangerous. So I do have a little bit of hope that there are those who will coalesce together and really try and work to, and like really think about things. Like a lot of people, and there's a time and a place for emotions, there's a time and a place for thought process. But right now, people are not really thinking about how their actions can work and change on things in the future. And like I said, I have hope that of us are going to, but see how this card is all the way at the end. This card was here on this side. I just hope that it won't be too late. So trajectory continuing to be left out here, left alone to suffer, to bear the brunt of things on their own, not getting all the good wholesome thoughts that you were twerking for. Loss of stability, potential loss of coin, because the next card after this, like I said, looking at before and after in the deck, the next card after this is the Five of Pentacles, which is a card that's not good money wise either. And that's upset and instability, right? Now looking at this too, and it's funny because this is the Five of Swords. We already have the Six of Swords right here. So this before and after is literally right here already.
Shit.
And then Five of Swords. Now I want y'all to take a look. Look at these. People, men, if you're looking at it upright, they have their weapons, they're plotting on things, they look very formidable, right? And then the next card is all of them doing all that, and you standing there, pregnant and alone. I have a little bit of hope, but it's literally almost too late. So, your thoughts, Nyla?
Okay. Keeping on with the trajectory that we are on, where are we headed? Okay. So, like you, I don't necessarily do a, sometimes I do a spread, but most times I just kind of ask spirit how many cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tells me, okay, so the first card that I pulled was sudden wealth,
Mm,
right? And we know that's a very positive card depending on where it will fall.
mhm,
It fell right next to false person, which
mhm,
is representative of lies, deception. Um, it could also mean that the wealth is temporary, that it's gotten by ill-gotten gains, that it's stolen, that it's undeserving, whatever. It's based on BS, right? Ironically, like within your reading, the next card I pull is occupation.
mhm,
Okay, followed by change in reverse. So
mhm,
obviously something that the women are working towards, whatever they're working towards, whatever wherever the energy is going, it is going to come back void. It's not going to work. Okay. All of this work is in vain. It's for naught.
mhm,
Right? Where does that bring us to? A man.
mhm,
So as much as, see, the thing is we didn't clarify what they're actually, what the collective is mostly going for, but it led you straight to a man, right? Led you to a man, but not necessarily a boyfriend. More so, this would be representative of like an elder, a mature man, and not necessarily an unsafe man. But this is not where you wanted to go.
mhm,
This is where you end up. And the next card that came back there is a journey. So for me, I feel like what's going on, it's based on, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Based on the direction of that train, you going back. Okay. If I had a world card or something, I would think that what's going to happen is your women are going to have to go right back through the cycle. This is not where we were supposed to be. But because of our actions, because of how we've done and what we've done to each other collectively, not everybody, because everybody isn't participating in the bullshit, right?
mhm,
Because of our behaviors, because of us not working in the divine, because of us not honoring our gifts, honoring, what we are energetically as women, we got, this is all lessons and missions and all of this kind of stuff. So we got to go right back to the drawing board. So we're back on this merry-go-round. We're in a loop, in retrograde. That's where we're headed, backwards.
mhm, mhm, mhm. And like I said, I find it interesting because as much as I've used this deck before, because to be honest, years ago, I think about 2020, I never liked this deck. For some reason, I couldn't connect with it, and I literally set it aside. Probably
Hmm.
about a couple years ago. I've never really looked at a lot of the details and stuff too deeply on this because make no mistake about it, these cards have layers and layers and layers. But like I said, look at this. If we're looking at this, where they going and why she right there? Look at her.
Hmm.
Look at her.
Hmm.
Look at her. Look at we got a boat right here, a boat right here. It's all these different people moving forward, escaping, fleeing. We don't know exactly what they're doing, right? But they're moving forward, they're escaping, they're fleeing, there's movement, and then you standing there
Hmm.
pregnant and alone. So doing all this popping and twerking, where your allies at?
Mm.
Where your allies at?
Yep.
Where your allies at?
I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Yeah, and I agree, Stormy. If we have to go back to the drawing board, I mean, we learn nothing, but this is the state of things. This is the state of things. And it's so funny because we see so much of the attention now from a lot of other women saying, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. We cannot be out here giving away our agency, our rights, and things like that. And even from the other content creator, I will not say her name, but you probably know who I'm talking about. Even she will say, like, some of y'all give away your agency as Black women just too easily. Too easily. And she's right. Nyla's right. Like even Taz says it, and it's just like he just says it from a different direction. It's just like, what are we doing out here defending and uplifting all these other people who don't care about us? And I'm talking on even down to the small scale of people in your life. And like I said, that the rant earlier was just like, why can't some of y'all let go? What is the problem? These things aren't good for you. These people aren't good for you because they're not uplifting you. You have people out here literally want to be what you are, and you're okay with it. Make no mistake about it. Keep doing that. You're going to be left right here, and no one's going to care. No one is going to care. So it is sad. It is sad. And Reese is pulling her cards along with us. She said, I got a reverse Queen of Cups and reverse Empress. Yeah, the cup will be emptied. Nothing will be in the cup. The cup won't even be able to hold anything. And reverse Empress, all of the beauty and majesty that is femininity, gonna be gone. It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And that's how I'm interpreting those two cards. I'm not speaking for Reese at all. That's how I'm interpreting those cards. So, yeah, no, I was just saying, Reese right here says that, she got a reverse Queen of Cups and reverse Empress. And for me, it's just like your cup gonna be empty. It won't even be able to hold anything. And everything that's the beauty and majesty of being a woman, being femininity, it won't even matter. It won't even be there. It won't.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Keep doing this BS. Keep doing this BS. But yeah, Reese had a question, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, this was the question Reese had. Yeah. Oh, Reese, I just want y'all to see.
Question. Can
Reese
we?
said, hold on one second, Nyla. Reese said that she also had got the lovers and reverse ten of cups. My. It's here.
Yeah.
It's it's here.
It's not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
It's not a
It's not.
coincidence.
It's not. It's not. Now, Reese said she wanted to ask. Let me go back to it. Oh, this is the one right here. What will it take for Black women to wake up?
Mm.
I'm about to shuffle and I'm about to see, baby, because please. Let's see, what will it take? You don't have to serve any type of energy that doesn't love you, support you, help you, uplift you. Some of y'all, Jesus. Okay. Spirit, what will it take for Black women to wake up? Let's see. And I got to remember we're our mirror opposites. So what's in front of things for me is not for you. So let me pull this closer this way. Okay. Hmm. Let me look at this right here. And I don't know if you all can hear that, but the children are out of school now here in the Atlanta area. So some of these children are having their best lives outside playing right now. I have the window open. So they're out there screaming and having a good time, as children should. Um, okay, so honestly, what I think it's going to take for women to wake up, I don't even know if this is being waking up. I feel as if they're waiting for a man to do it. Waiting for a man to do it. Yeah. Um, it's almost as if, the energetics of, okay, so let me say this. There are women, as much as there's the conversation about submission, because many women do things for the male gaze, hoping they're gonna get the family, twerk up and naked snacks and all like that. That's actually a form of submission. They've already submitted. This is won't be able to wake up until they get the okay from the patriarchy, who they've submitted to wake up from it. I really hate to say that, but it is. The men saying it's okay, those who are really, I don't want to say fighting, but those who are saying it's okay, they're going to be the ones that started. Because it's so funny because just like we see, there are women who fight against other women, but they're not fighting against these men. They're protecting them, right? Remember my thumbnail. It's going to take, quote unquote, a small revolution started by men for women to jump on board. It's going to be that action. And from small to large. So, like, the action is going to be smaller and then it's going to grow even more. The fight, because they've already submitted. If you are out here protecting these type of people, you have already submitted. You've already submitted. As much as some don't say, I won't submit and submitting, y'all have already submitted. How do we know you've already submitted? Because you're out here protecting people and won't let these people go who harm you, most of them being male. You've already submitted to the energy because you're fighting other women who are just saying, hey, wait a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is for us. But you've already submitted to the maleness by fighting us and supporting these type of people, especially the X, Y's, and dresses. You've already submitted. So what's going to bring it about? The change, it has to be led. It has to be led by the men who understand what's going on, who understand what's truly going on. Then once that happened, then we'll be here. Notice she got all her weapons and everything like that. She ready, she strong, she fight. But that's only gonna be after these men. Whatever reason these men are going to activate it. And then the thought processes of, okay, let's use everything that we can to fight this. Once that happens, then we'll be able to make the better choices. But unfortunately, it's gonna take the men have to start it. The men have to start the fight. The men who are truly righteous, the ones who are truly not for certain things, that's where it's gonna start. And then, like I said, we talk about submit. Most of y'all have already, and I'm not talking about y'all in the audience, but most of these people have already submitted. It just is what it is. Because the only way that you fight against other women and pop and twerk for naked snacks is you submitting to what they want. So y'all have already submitted. Once the men who are righteous and fight against all this, like truly, truly, truly stand up and it really starts making waves, that's when the rest of us are going to pick up the arms.
Girl. Whew.
Yep.
This is crazy.
Yes, Lilith, it will.
So listen, this is insane. This reads, Spirit gave me 8 cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's more than normal.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 cards came out was concern in reverse and the lover's card, directly connected to something that you just said. Um, the concern, I believe, is in reverse because it is um, there is a heavy urgency and a care and a preoccupation with men right now, right? To
Mm-hmm.
the point where I was just like on one of Taz's videos, and the video has nothing to do with dating, mating, or anything like that, but the women have turned it into that conversation. There's a preoccupation with being in relationships, right? So I feel like that's going to have to go. That's why it's in reverse. It's going to have to go. The concern, the care, the preoccupation, the I don't know if it's dick on the brain or what it is, but that has to go. The next set that and normally this isn't how it falls for me, but it's like the messages are in twos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here we have the adjudication card that keeps coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the mature in reverse, right? There is not a lot of sound judgment being surrounding the topic of men anyway, which is why most women need to opt out of relationships right now, because it's just you're not. I don't even think it's in the cards, for lack of better words, no pun intended,
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of women to be concerned with being in relationships because you don't even have sound judgment of men. You don't know how to pick them. You don't know how to pick them. Okay, the judgment is off.
Mm-hmm.
Who you want is off. This is what this is representing to me. I don't know what you're getting, Q, but energetically, this is what I'm getting off. I got the mature man in reverse,
Mm-hmm.
adjudication, like bad counsel, bad advice,
Yep.
bad judgment,
Yep.
right? So the next set, marriage in reverse, as well as the family room in reverse. Okay, this reading is connected. Okay, the over concern for being in a relationship, being with a man, looking for that sort of validation, the bad judgment of men, the marriage and family room in reverse. This is going to be removed from you anyway. You're not getting it. Okay, as much as you want it, as much as you desire it, the more you desire it, the more you're not going to get it anyway.
Yep.
Okay, might as well find another hobby, right? Because what's going to happen, what's happening, the next card that I got again was distance, horizons, and expectations. What's going to take for women to wake up is everything that they want and they desire that they're putting their energy in, they're going to have to be denied. Now, again,
Mm-hmm.
distant horizons, the shit that you want, it's far away from you. That anchor is all of the stuff that you have been, all of the fuck shit, all of the bullshit that you are focused on, that you want, the karmic debt that you're piling up for yourself, whatever it is weighing you down, and what you want is going on. Okay, it's in front of you. You're only going so far. The expectation card is just meaning that there's going to be a period of waiting. So
Mm-hmm.
what have to happen is literally what you desire, which is these men that you want or whatever, they're going to have to withhold from you. They're going to be removed from you. Whatever it is that you want out of them, you're not going to get. And I don't even view that as necessarily as a bad thing. I feel like because the judgment is off, you shouldn't be concerned with the men anyway. Marriage and family room being it being reversed, meaning even if you got it, it wouldn't be the right thing. It's toe up. It's a mess. It's a bad.
Mm-hmm.
The family is in disarray. There's nothing fruitful and prosperous there. You're going to have to be you're going to have to be on your own for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Telling me on your
Mm-hmm.
own for a long time. So I think that a withdrawal, honestly, just like how there's a withdrawal of men, of women from men, I think that there's going to be a removal of men that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. And for some reason, it keeps telling me, and I said this to you yesterday, a lot of people don't recognize as spiritual as we are within these conversations. And we go low deep, right? Low deep.
Mm-hmm.
Country that comes from the bottom of Mississippi. When you say something is low deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Divine feminine is not anti-male.
Mm, right.
She's not stupid either.
Yep.
She's not stupid. So there's going to have to be some sort of transformation within women. That needs to be clarified because obviously being with a man, relationship, all the in cards, right?
Yep.
Oh, but what is going on? Could you pull on that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What is going on? Because toil and labor came out along with message in reverse. Okay. Journey. You got some work to do. There's a process, there's development that women are supposed to be undergoing. Now, this is a period of transformation and of growth, and a lot of us are just we're not catching it.
Mm-mm.
You can't catch it if you're too involved in everything else. I got community in reverse, courthouse in reverse, message of concern. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Okay.
Ooh.
What's
Uh-huh.
on
Uh-huh.
occupation? Why does occupation keep coming up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Go ahead, Nyla.
all right. So we got these two together.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to put it where you could see it. This is toil and labor,
Mm-hmm.
message of concern, right? So for me, whatever it is that we need to go to work hard. Okay, now is the time you have to work. Okay, where's your work? Your work right now is going to be in the spiritual realm. It's going to be in self development. It's going to be in self awareness. It's going to be building yourself. Stop worrying about dick. Stop worrying about men. Okay,
Yeah.
stop it. Journey. Okay, you're gonna have to go into hermit mode. You're gonna have to.
Mm-hmm.
you have to get ready. It's time for you to go through your transformation, go through whatever it is that you get through it. Get through it,
Mm-hmm.
pick up the lessons, right? When you pick up those lessons as you're going through this journey, what's next to it? Unexpected income. So on the way, you're going to pick up blessings. You're going to pick up stuff that you would not have picked up before had you been preoccupied with Negroes, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there's only one person about to get on this train, right? That person is you. So get on the train, go through the journey, okay? Because everybody is getting that tingling, right? Everybody's getting that feeling of something is missing. You know, you know you're supposed to be grabbing at something. Get to yourself and figure out where you're supposed to be going because the blessing is going to be on the way there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next set that we pulled was community in reverse and courthouse in reverse, right? Fuck the community, right? The community is not going to save you. The community is not going to help you. In fact, the community is going to have you in under constraints, under
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary judgments, under unnecessary stress, strain. Um, it's going to keep you in a system. Okay, that's why we have a courthouse because the courthouse it's a system, right?
Yep.
Right. And then the last two that we have is still this message of concern and occupation.
Yep.
Okay, do the work. What is
Yep.
the work? What is the work? Is it raising your children? Is it developing yourself? Is it starting your business? Is it being real with yourself? Is it therapy? Is it your spiritual growth? Is it getting on task? Whatever it is, you need to be about self right now. Okay, this reminds me because I didn't get a chance to hear all of your rants, but you talked about people who are so concerned with penis like the first couple of cards that we pulled, that they're not talking about their own self development. And this sounds cliche, right? Worry about yourself, develop yourself, self love, self care, whatever. But the message is concerning because guess what? If you don't take care of yourself and you don't develop yourself, look, help is not coming. You're your own help. You're your own help. It's not coming. It's going to start with you. And every single quote unquote man that you pick and that you're judging is always going to be in reverse as long as you have not done the work. You are attracting exactly a lot of times what you're deserving, what you're putting out. You're
Mm.
just in a lot of ways, energetically, some of us are just as stagnant as these men that we do not like. So
Yep.
stop worrying about the men because if you get on task and you move far ahead, where you move on ahead where you're supposed to go, your blessings are going to come on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be unexpected. You're going to find blessings in places that you never thought that you would find. You're going to find help. You're going to find knowledge. You're going to find money. You're going to find income. You're going to find protection. Hell, you might even actually find love. You may find it, but it's not going to come the way you think it's going to come. It's not going to come from however you've been indoctrinated to think. It's not going to come that way. It's not going to look like you want it to look. It's not going to be in the place that you thought it was going to be. All of those self help books that you read that told you just go over here and do this and wear this and smell like this and do that, that ain't going to work. You're going to find what you're looking for. You're going to get those blessings in the least expected place. But you're not going to find it outside of being on task. If that makes sense. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be quiet in case I'm
Oh
amping
no,
up.
you're good. You're good. And I mean, listen, I'm with that. And like I said, for some reason that rant had to happen this morning, and I think that rant is connected to what we're going over right now because I was speaking to everyone, but I was mainly speaking to women because I find it interesting that there are a lot of women, right? This There are men that do this work, and then there are women who do this work, and I'm completely fine with anybody coming to me, but calling out to women, and when women come to me and it's just like the focuses aren't on things they need to be on, right? So I
Right.
kind of feel like their rant earlier today is connected to this. And I laid out some cards here, and we've seen some of these before. This is the Nine of Wands, this is the Four of Pentacles. We got this Ten of Wands doing the work. So I'm really gonna focus in on these two right here
Hmm.
because I feel like this is where the greatest message is, as far as that clarification. Honey, the way that some people are so disconnected from spirit, it's concerning,
Hmm.
especially us as women, because we are really, really portals, right? We are portals. We are so much connected to spirit. That's why when you hear the word witch, you think of women, right? A sorcerer. People aren't thinking about a warlock, thinking about women, right? So we've been connected to spirit for a long time. But I think these two cards are showing what we need to do. Mainly this one. And we're not talking about physical death. We're talking about the only way through is to do the work.
Right.
Something has to end for something else to begin.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with removing and letting go and changing to what needs to be. Because a lot of people see change as something that's harmful. But I want you all to focus in. Focus in on symbology.
Yeah.
That's an owl. Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom comes from change. Wisdom is there. It comes from change. It comes from doing what needs to be done, but that comes with the change. You have to let go. You are not falling into the abyss because with that change, with that growth, you come out on the other side stronger, more connected. That's wisdom right there. I want y'all to take a look at this too. Candles. So we got the illumination, right?
Yes.
All of these things are here. All of these things are here when you're looking at this count. And so many people are just afraid to let go, to transform, and to change. The time is now. The time is now. And so this card was in the reverse, right? It was in the reverse. I want you to look at something. You
Mm.
see this quote unquote angelic being or whatever. We see this man here. Until you go through this change, ain't nobody giving you nothing. Ain't nobody blessing you. You're not gonna gain anything unless you change and move forward. Unless you change and move forward, because right now, baby, it's stopped. There is no forward movement. There
Hmm.
is no forward movement. No one is about to bless you unless you do this. Yes, wisdom comes from the feminine, and that is the ultimate gift. Yes, wisdom.
Yes.
Wisdom. Wisdom is feminine, just like Helen L said. I know Helen L know what's up. Wisdom is feminine.
She does.
But y'all, you're not gonna get anything. You're not you being disconnected from the divine, and it's just boggling my mind right there. It's boggling my mind.
Being
So,
obsessed with men.
hmm
I mean, I would at least, if I was going to be obsessed with something, I would be obsessed with something that is growing me, that is enriching my life. And at this point, Obviously, that's not happening.
No.
So let
No.
it go. It's not the
Hmm.
this is not the cycle for it. And I think Helen and I actually had that conversation. This ain't the cycle. Like,
Hmm.
if you don't have your person right now, you may be without the person for a while. This ain't the time
Hmm.
for a person. This ain't.
Hmm. Nope. 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 And like I said, this is like I said, the rant earlier was. I really feel like the rant earlier was connected to this because look at this change.
Hmm.
You have to do this change. Ain't nobody else here with you. This is for you and you alone. You have to do it. But
Hmm.
again, there's wisdom, there is light in this. But you have to be willing to change. And again, spirit ain't giving you nothing. You are not gaining anything until you change. Until you change. So, any thoughts on those cards, Nyla?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Like you have to change, you have to do the work, even if that means, you just have to do it, but the focus cannot be on so many things. Just have focus. That's not important. Just not important. So yeah, you have any other thoughts, darling? Because I ain't gonna stay on here too much longer. I need to recoup a little bit. um
No, I don't have anything else. Let me see if anybody else. We are going to do one more, or we're just going to call it quits. Uh-huh, exactly. These look, religion is not helping, especially if you're not in
no,
a sound mind. Like, for real.
I mean, get what you can, but
Right.
out of but as far as yeah, the religions aren't helping either. The religions aren't helping either, especially the ones that blame you for things. What was I watching? I was watching something. Oh goodness, it was like yesterday or the other day, and I was literally getting sick to my stomach hearing women be blamed for some of everything, and I'm just like,
Everything is a woman's fault. Every
I was just literally getting sick to my stomach. Like, okay,
It's ridiculous.
but
It
you out
really.
here listening to these people who blame you. I can't.
Mhm.
They're out here listening to people who blame you. I can't. Yeah, so
It's absolutely ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. Listening to the same people and sucking up and twerking for Naker snacks to the same people who blame you.
Makes no
Same people
sense.
who blame you. Yeah, it really is. It really is. So yeah, y'all, the assignment is there. The assignment is there. Um, as much as people are around here talking about, I'm taking back my power. No,
Girl,
mm, you just no.
who was I talking to today? Remember when there was just I understand why there is a hyper focus on relationships. I really do. Like, think about the Derek Jackson situation, right? Remember when he first came out?
Girl,
There,
no, I don't, because I
I was
whoever this person was.
remember because I was trolling him and getting blocked and shit, right? Because that makes sense. But there was only a few men that were out there doing that, right? Um, Only a few people out, self dating coaches and all this kind of stuff. Everybody is a relationship expert or a dating coach. Everybody. I'm about to be talking. I think I'm gonna go live a little bit after this because I need to talk about Mrs. Jackson and Mr. Jackson and I almost wish I could pull. I kind of want to pull just one on, like, just off topic real quick.
Hmm.
Are these motherfuckers scamming?
You know what? You know what? Remember,
What's going on?
you and I had talked about this. What was
Mhm.
it? The other day after the live, and I was just like, mm, I cannot lie when I said that I thought there was some scam to be afoot. I'm not going to even lie. I hope not, because using trauma and abuse like that to try and scam, like, that's energetically wrong on so many levels. Just like I can't stand the people who lie and say they were harmed or whatever and it's a lie, right? Like, I don't like that. um but baby, I sure hope. I don't even want to pull on that because Lilith said I'm starting to think so. Andrea W says seems like it. Reese said basically. I says Nyla, that crossed my mind. Listen, because yeah, elbow become predators. I'm gonna I'm gonna pull some cards. I don't want y'all to see. I'm gonna stop my camera real quick because I hope not. I don't want. But it is a tried and true marketing ploy, just like the man who had crashed his airplane for like YouTube views or something like that. I was just like, y'all are sick in the head. Y'all are sick. Why would you crash a plane for YouTube on purpose? Let me see. I hope there's no scamming. Please, please. I hope not. I hope not. Let me pull two more because. I'm just sitting here. I'm just looking at myself. No, I ain't
Yeah,
finna show y'all.
this
um,
just this spread is so bad that I'm gonna do it again. It can't be this bad.
all I'm gonna say is, if this is, um, if so, I hope not. But if it is, um, I don't know how much money they'll make because I'm looking at all these money cards right here. If, if, if I don't see anything that's pure on deceit from what I'm looking at, but I definitely see a woman relaxing with all her money, and I see this man relaxing with his money, and it's kind of like working things from both ends, getting money. So I hope this is. I don't want this to be right. I've been right before. I don't want this to be right. So I hope that's not what it is. I don't see anything deceitful, but um, almost like, not that it was a recent idea, but like an idea. And remember, Nyla, when you and I were talking about, like, okay, so we were talking about the timing of this now, right? We were talking about the timing of it. So I'm seeing a card that says that there was a period of waiting. So, like I said, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna show y'all because I don't want to. I don't want. I don't want this to be true. I want this to be a woman who is leaving, who is freeing herself, who is now able to be free and take care of her children away from this person. That's what I want. But time will tell what comes out. Uh,
So the
wait
first
a
card
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I know you fucking lying.
no, it's actually 5,000 she's charging.
What?
5,000.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. I think I'm gonna schedule it for maybe a little, maybe about 30 or 45 minutes after this live.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have a client reading at 5 o'clock. So I mean, if you could wait 2 hours, because I need to be there.
Okay.
If you can wait 2 hours, because it's 4 o'clock now. I have a client reading at 5. If you can wait till
Okay.
6 o'clock, because baby,
Okay. So that would be 3 o'clock my time.
3 o'clock your time because I know you lying. I know you fucking lying. I know you lying.
Tell you what I pulled though. Okay, the first card that I pulled was a wealthy man in reverse. Okay, this is an entrepreneur. This with this card, a businessman.
Hmm.
We know Derek is both of them, right?
Well, I
Um,
pulled a card with the Prince of Pentacles, and the Prince of Pentacles got all these money around him with a damn peacock. So
occupation in reverse. Next card. So we know that this is work, right? Um, and I believe that that one is her. I think this is representative of her new business venture. But the next card that came up was the mature man, who again is not necessarily in a romantic position. This would be a man that is like a dad, a mentor, a business partner, an advisor, or whatever.
y'all got me
Um,
fucked up right now.
Possibly Dear Future Wife podcast. Um, the next card that I got, property,
I'm listening.
and then the family room. Okay, so the family room is representative of some intimate spaces, some secrets or whatever. We always, poverty, what that means. It could be related to money, or it could just be related to, it could be a spiritual impoverishment. It could be mental or whatever inside or whatever. But something is something ain't right. Let me see what's on the bottom. Main male. Main male is on the bottom. So who's the main male? Derek. So this starts and begins with him.
Okay, so I just pulled some random cards just for shits and giggles. Okay, so and I'm just working linear, right? And y'all see, I just pulled these cards. The
Okay.
mentally unstable position. Notice this is a woman. Mentally unstable with a dude who look like Gargamel, or dude look like that Sith dude from Star Wars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a woman that's been mentally tormented by this man. Hierophant, right? Religion, organization, um, formation, um, blueprints, right? Hierophant, right? Right.
Yep.
Here's the Six of Pentacles again. Remember, is it being taken away or is it being given? Six of Wands. This is one of the few cards that's so beautiful in this deck because this is a woman right here, success. This right here is like the height of successful energies like Leo, Jupiter, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that was here. So the height isn't fully there yet. The full magnitude of the success isn't there yet, but it's on its way. Remember, and this is one of the cards when I just turned my camera off. Nine of Pentacles. This woman here with her money, with her money. So y'all can take from that what y'all will.
I mean, girl, I can't. She's charging $5,000 to help women get through infidelity.
I just want y'all to know that she out here charging $5,000. I mean, she could charge whatever she want for her courses to help women get through infidelity. But I don't want to hear none of y'all talk about my $500 tarot class is too much. Okay, I don't want to hear it from nobody. Okay, I don't want to hear nobody say my readings cost too much. I don't want to hear it, especially me with my happily. I'm living in a happy marriage. Mr. Hoodoo was upstairs. Okay, so I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that from nobody. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want to hear it. And that's on period. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. So y'all better sign up for my little Patreon. Y'all better sign up for hysterical because everything all together. Yeah. Anyway. I don't. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course, darling. Of course, darling. Um, like that really just got me fucked up right now that she's selling for $5,000 courses.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to set up the stream. I'm gonna set it up for 6 o'clock your time. It'll be 3 o'clock my time. Um,
Girl, y'all better not take that class. I don't want to see y'all taking no dick riding classes. I just don't. I don't. I don't. Um,
mm,
and shout out to the person, whoever it was, who signed up for my Patreon earlier. If you are here, thank you so much for being with me. But Donna, you have to go to my calendar and see what's there because I already got a bunch of days blocked off in June because it's summertime. I'm outside, me and Mr. Hoodoo doing stuff. I volunteer. I got a lot of stuff going on. So whatever's on my scheduler right now, that's what's available. So yeah. Thank you so much, Nyla, for being here with me. Of course, you look lovely as always.
I appreciate
Um,
you.
you look lovely as always.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Nyla
Really?
has seen me. I'm Nyla
Feel it.
has
I
seen me.
feel
I'm cute.
your
So
cycles. She's so cute, y'all. You is so pretty, y'all. You saw she got a little flash the other
yeah,
day.
I gave a little flash yesterday. Just a
Flash,
sign.
whatever. But she is a gorgeous woman. She's very attractive and she has great energy. And like she literally her beauty matches with her energy.
Oh, you are
Like,
just
I
kind.
mean, she yeah, she is. She's so cute. Look
You
at
just
her.
no. I appreciate. I accept that. I had to get to the point in my life where I accept goodness in all its forms. So
Yes.
thank you for that. I really appreciate that good
And
energy.
when we don't compliment other women, when you don't recognize another woman's beauty, when you don't recognize a gift, the moment you notice it, I believe that you're supposed to say something. You're supposed to offer some sort of appreciation because where does it come from? It comes from the divine. And if you
Right.
don't offer up, I believe, not praise, right, but
Right.
acknowledgement of what is divine and what is beautiful, you robbing her and essentially you're robbing the divine. That's why
Yes.
I never miss an opportunity to compliment someone on whatever, if it's their gift, their work,
Right.
um, their voice, whatever it is that they have to offer. All things come from the same divine source. And
Yes.
I need divine source to know that I'm appreciative of gifts that they give to all of
Yes.
us when you share it.
Mhm.
If I see it, it's a gift to me too. If I get to see your beauty, that's a gift to me from the divine. If I get to, be in your presence, and you are gifted with something, that's a gift,
Right.
and I'm appreciative of it.
And it's so funny because that's what my name means. My first name means a gift from God. So
Mhm.
shout out to my dad for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so no, I really appreciate you being here, Nyla, spent your time here with me, Nyla. I'm gonna go upstairs and see if Nyla's compliment has blessed me enough to stomp Mr. Hoodoo in some Uno because I lost 3 games in a row earlier today, and I gotta come back from that. Um,
Mhm.
I gotta come back from that. I mean, he laid like 9 cards out. I'm just like, what, these cards are too hot right now. They need to cool off. And then I'm gonna come back. So I'm gonna go upstairs, chill with Mr. Hoodoo. I have a client reading at 5, and then I will see all y'all back on Nyla's stream because we need to talk about some things. And
Mhm.
yeah, don't be out here taking them scam classes now.
Says, damn, you down bad. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was
So
being
yeah,
this
no
a
worries.
granddaughter. I lost. I not lost. I left a set of tarot cards there at the house.
Uh-huh.
And why does she text me? Because she does talk to text. Granny, you left your witch cards here.
Well, they were a gift for you, honey.
That's what I told her.
Start
That's what
learning now, baby.
now, honey.
Yeah, we play Uno because we actually like each other. So So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I will see y'all on Nyla's stream again. Thank you, Nyla. Y'all make sure y'all shout out Nyla. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your gift sharing with us today. And I really hope we don't have to drill later. I mean,
Girl, look.
I hope not, but if we do, I mean, I'm a tag team with Lilith because we be
Mhm.
tag teaming. So yeah, thanks everyone. Y'all know what to do. Like this video, share, comment, subscribe, Patreon, sign up for my classes, all that good stuff. Because once this one class is done, I'm gonna be done for the year. This 12-week course from August to early November, because I'm be getting ready to go on vacation again. So y'all better come and sign up for stuff. But that's it. I love y'all. See y'all a little bit later. So
Bye.
all right, see you later. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.